You're listening to Smooth, the 98.1 Love Music, Love Life. It's time for Grapevine 981 inside of Smooth Breakfast. My name is Judith the TB, and my guests are here in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, non-conforming gender, boys and girls, put your hands together and turn off your, put up the phone on silence before I do the introductions. As we do the introductions, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for our very own James Silas.
Yeah, good morning, ladies. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, studio. Yes, I know it is not coming, but shout out to everybody listening.
And also we got Oris in the studio, the big Oris himself. Good morning, sir. Good morning,
Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Judith. Good morning, Mr. James Silas.
Yeah.
Again.
Good morning, Lagos. We're streaming live on YouTube, so go on there and go catch up all the action that's going on there live on YouTube. They can catch us at Smooth 981 FM on YouTube, and also comment as well. Send your WhatsApp messages to 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. It's time for us to get into the gist, shall we? And some persons are making 70, or rather still 53 million. I'm just telling your fans and their friends, you guys owe me. I don't got money. I'm about to clear my car. Spend me the money. You people, I just want to ask, first of all, if you put out such a message, would you get money? Dead silence. Is that radio silence?
Look at my friends.
Is that radio silence?
Oris, my friends. Oris, Lakumi.
Is that radio silence that I hear?
Valentine and Ayo.
I mean, no, let's sit down for later. But, I mean, look at my friends right now. Do it. Don't for man.
Is that radio silence I hear?
I think you are trying to embarrass us, Judith. I think that's what you're trying to do.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions.
He shocked us too.
There's money in this Lagos, so what's up?
What's that Zlatan song, right?
Money still
apparently.
Yes, indeed. So let's get started, shall we? We're gonna so we're gonna get started, shall we? Should we do the new music review now, or should we just go into and just continue with
maybe we should do it later.
Let's do that later. Let's continue. So if you didn't know what we're talking about, and just this jest we're having, it's pretty much about Davido raising over 50 million in less than an hour on Twitter, which I'm just going to put it out here that he was abroad. Okay, he wasn't in Nigeria, so he's allowed to use Twitter because he was abroad. So after tweeting his account details, so his Twitter's account detail, Nigerian singer Davido has been raising some huge bucks since he shared his account details on Twitter. The music star took to his Twitter page on Wednesday, November 17th, 2021, where he asked his loyal fans to send him money. Shocking, right? Now, then I'm gonna quote him. He goes, and I'm trying to mimic his voice. I'm very good at this.
Don't hurt yourself.
I know. If you know I've given you hit song, send me money. Una know, una self. So he tweeted, and he went on to share his account details on the social media platform, and and then he goes, almost 7 million, 1 in 10 minutes. Keep going. I love you. Aim now. What? Anyway, I can't do it anymore. I'm hurting myself at this point. Yeah, but 53 million in an hour, guys.
Okay, Judith, let's leave that 53 million out of this now. That because we've gone beyond, the guy has gone way beyond that figure right now. I mean, the last time I checked, it was 130 something million.
I think I saw 163 actually.
So that means
163.
So that's if you're listening, you can check the figure right now. I'm sure he puts it on his story. Yeah.
If he's awake.
So he was aiming at 100 million before, but that 100 million came too easily and said, you know what, let's take it to 200 million, and still counting. It's that.
Judith, you are the one who has the radio silence now, eh?
Oh my God!
It shock you?
Huh? He choke.
Okay.
Oh, that is a lot of money. That's a lot of. I don't even want to dwell on. So let's just keep moving.
Can you tax that kind of money?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. Because
definitely don't have any question for
I like how you are reminding Lagos State government or Nigerian government that, come, there's money to come and be taxed.
Yeah, but I mean, there's already tax in happening.
What's a gift? Can you tax
Yeah, you can't ask exactly, because the transfers come with some sort of level of payment and everything else that goes there. So that's already been done. You can't task anyone for gifts.
Because the gift.
I have charity, Davido. I have charity, Davido. It's in my house. It's in my name.
So, but I can't wait to see what he does. He initially said he wanted 100 million to clear his Rolls Royce. I think he has
His
like
Rolls Royce.
the 2020 Rolls Royce
At the port. At the port.
So, but we don't know. So now
he has even more
he
to
has
buy a new one.
Please.
Maybe
I
not
feel
to
like
buy another Rolls Royce.
let's focus on the business of this. You know, I was thinking, besides Davido, of course, the other people who have benefited from all of this noise making is Wema Bank actually. Traditionally not one of the, I guess, big banks in
tier
Nigeria,
one.
but somehow, this has given them some kind of. I heard they've even set up a meeting with him now.
For a second, I thought this was like some kind of a brand I actually thought for a second I was actually telling Lakumi that I thought this could be like a sort of like a strategy, like a marketing strategy for them.
I honestly don't feel like that's what happened. I think they were just scratching cruise, and then it became this really big thing. And then he tweeted that, look, I want a meeting with these guys. And then subsequently they're like, you know what, we can have the meeting. I mean, if it's you, wouldn't you say the same?
So imagine if it was, and I hate to do this Wizkid Burna Boy. I hate to do this thing.
Well, you're going to do it.
But I'm about to do it, and I'm really sorry. So imagine if this was Wizkid, and he's worked with like the greats. I'm talking Beyonce. I mean, Damian Marley, everyone else, and he puts out that kind of.
No, we haven't got into the international. David did not call Beyonce. Did not call.
I'm just saying, like he's worked.
We're still doing local. So, but he said, I'm still coming to my American friends or my international friends, more or less the American ones. But I want to assume that he might just stop. Because
I can't breathe.
Is disturbing our. These days now, see P Square. Today is their birthday, for instance, and they are saying, "Oh, you people send us money. Come on, calm down. I don't know if we can do this."
Exactly. Yeah, you're totally
two of you. I don't know what to do.
It's not a very. I don't think this should become a precedent because
this country is hard.
Exactly. We cannot be making rich people already rich. Please.
That's why I said I cannot breathe. And speaking of the twins, P Square, they're back together. Guys, what do you think of that? We were having an argument just before we came on air, and I made my predictions, and I don't want to share it on air, but I just made my prediction.
No, Judith, you have to say it. No. Say it to your chest. Say it.
Saying things with your chest can get into trouble.
No, you won't get into trouble. Tell us. You said.
I'm just starting.
You said it's for the money.
I don't want to make any.
No. Judith, I've said it already. I spilled already. You said it's for the money. So
oh God! Afterwards, I'm going to hit your head with my clutches. Why did you put me like this?
No, Judith, go ahead.
But I just felt like it was for money because it just felt like right timing. It's December. It's the Christmas period. It's the holidays. Concerts are happening. Bars are opening. I just felt like this is time for them. It couldn't happen anytime sooner, and it just felt that it was for money.
But I mean, it's been how many years now since the?
Because there been several December since then. But they are brothers. They would have gotten to this point.
Why did you not come together during Valentine's Day or Eid? Why do you have to be in Christmas where there'll be concerts in December? I'm just saying.
Right, they're Igbo brothers.
Now we put that out there. Now we do that right there. We're going to put it out there.
So I think there's a financial incentive to this, but I also think that the beef was actually an actual beef, and so that needed to have been taken care of before the business would come into it. I think the whole social media thing was the business bit, but I think that something happened within the family to make them come together in the first place. So it's like, what's it called? Family in the service of business, or business in the service of family. One of them.
There's such a family. The family is so very much steeped in business, and I'm sure that if there's any reason for them to come and be like, look, we're leaving money on the table because of this argument, so let's just get the money, and that's that. Okay, so you all need to kiss and make up. Okay, hug, let's go. Go and sign paper. Let's go. Let's get back into the studio. I think that's what's happening.
I don't know about getting back into the studio.
Exactly, is that what I don't know? I think that's what
I am telling you guys.
I think nostalgia. I think what they have going for them is nostalgia. Their back catalogue. I don't think that there's a space.
We are all suffering from, including the fans. We are all.
But I don't know there's anything in the future though for them.
That's one. Yeah,
I don't think in a space where there is Rema, there is I don't know, even the Davido, there is the Wizkid,
there's the African Giants,
there's Burna Boy. These guys, I don't.
Where's the space?
I don't think P Square has, because both of them, their solo careers weren't particularly fantastic, by the way.
No, Rude Boy was lucky with a couple of
one or two singles, but generally speaking, certainly not.
Thank you, Ruth.
One or two singles.
And I'm just going to say this out here that they pretty much have enough persons that they can work with, and I'm just going to put it out here, and I'm going to say in 2022, you guys are going to see a body of work from the twins. Take it or leave it from me.
No, that's fine.
But when I told you, when we said before, you were telling me that you
no, I said you don't rush. Don't put the motive as money like that. You're putting money in front. Calm down. They are blood brothers. They're twins.
Hey guys, let's move on now to some somber mood here because we're pretty much out of time as we go for a break. We're going to be on a somber mood as we talk about the happenings that happened at the Lekki toll. Reactions coming from celebrities, both from Files and DJ Switch, which my heart goes out to pretty much. She's been through it. And just after being gaslit and just seeing that report, or, let's just take the story. So Nigerian rapper and activist Folari Falana has reacted to the report indicting the Nigerian army and police over the shooting that took place at the Lekki toll gate in 2020. Now he posted, shared via his Instagram stories on Monday, November 15th, 2021. The lawyer turned rapper said the government tried to make everyone doubt their sanity in the heat of the shootings. And he said, and I quote, "These animals legit made us doubt our sanity about the Lekki massacre, and then exclamation mark, panel don't compile the report now. We gotta day." And then of course DJ Switch also reacted as well. DJ Switch claimed that at least 15 persons died in Lekki tollgate gun attack on peaceful protesters on Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. In a tweet she shared via her Twitter page on Monday, the activist slammed the government after it was indicted, shattered so many lives, try to destroy mine, only for what you desperately try to hide to be made public by you. The truth needs no defense. Hashtag #NSAS. Guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I won't lie because I was there. I was at the panel where somewhere in Lekki, I think, or several times. I think maybe 3 or 4 days. And each time it felt to me like these guys were intentionally stalling. And it was unclear that they're doctored because they're supposed to show the camera footage of that particular night. And it was clear to me that around the time because they showed the entire thing, like the entire day from like 12 a.m. down to like 12 p.m. And around the time of, I think around 7, when things started to happen, actually, the footage switched to black and white. And it was clear to me that somebody had doctored what was being shown. So I'm totally, when this report came out, I was totally, I don't know the word, flabbergasted, because I was certain that nothing would show up. So for this to happen, I think we need to even just understand the enormity of what has happened. That a panel considered by the government has indicted the government. I think it's a very, very, unprecedented, frankly. And so all the people who said what they had said earlier, who were actually correct, and then all of these things have been trying to make it look like, we didn't know what we were saying. I think it's important that everybody speaks out. And I'm happy that Fowles, of course, has said something again, and DJ Switch as well, who practically was a person in the storm. Because everybody saw, because I saw it. I saw the Instagram live. And then these guys were saying that it was photoshopped and stuff, which was purely ridiculous. So yeah, this is almost, it's overwhelming, frankly. I'm still not even come to terms fully with what they have said, but I think it's certainly important that at least something is done now that we have evidence of what happened.
Now that we do indeed. We need to take a break here. We'll come back on the other side. We'll take more of, I see all your messages, Cruz, Gary, and Xevra from Bagada. Please stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah. This is Dare. Are you ready? Stay tuned. Stay locked right here on Smooth 98.1.
Thank you. Hey ladies, don't you just hate it when people with beautiful, even-toned skin refuse to tell you their secrets? They tell you all they do is drink water and mind their business. Those that finally tell you give you a 50-step routine. I'm not saying those things don't work, but haba. Thankfully, I found the secret to maintaining glowing, even-toned skin. Lux Even Complexion combines active face ingredients with carrot oil and exfoliating beads to give your skin that beautiful glow.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. It was leaked. Of course it was leaked. You think they wanted you to see it? You think they wanted you to see it? Of course it was leaked. Certainly it was leaked.
So I'm not surprised. I was surprised.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. You're not surprised that the report came out like that?
Came out.
I'm surprised though, frankly. I did not.
So
I
you thought
honestly
they were going to hide it forever? Are they crazy?
no, not forever. I thought it was going to be leaked. You get? I thought the evidence would, because I felt like I said earlier, when they were showing the footage at their panel there, that guy was there the whole day, and I remember thinking to myself that shit, what's going to happen is that somebody illegally that probably has, if they have not deleted it forever, that probably has that footage of what that part, that 30, 45 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours that thing happened, would leak it at some point. You get? What has now happened is that officially the panel itself has arrived at the fact that something did happen. And that's what I'm saying, that one is what I'm shocked about. I thought one guy, maybe the cleaner or somebody would just have access one day and just show it to us.
This is Fela, guys, and these are our artists. This is Grapevine Entertainment Show. So we've been talking basically entertainment stories. You can see here, please.
So it's project director?
Yes. So you can move on to the
Yeah. So forget the music?
No, you play music.
After
No,
the
just
music.
the music
Coming in with music.
is just
Just how
we're
you
not
guys
talking
feel
about
about
the music.
Westlife is my job. Oh yeah.
What are you singing? What is she singing?
I make music on the fly. I don't know. Oris is my guy. Yeah. James and James, JJ. Ooh yeah.
Now what?
Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah.
You know this is your bathroom. You sound better in your bathroom.
What do you mean? I'm a singer in real life. What you talking about?
Well, not on that evidence.
Lakumi, is this true?
Yeah.
Not on that evidence.
I know. I
Does
don't
she
know.
have a single?
I can sing. What are you talking about?
No, not I can sing. She's a singer in real life.
I'm singing in real life.
No, that's what I'm just saying. You're not in the bathroom.
I used to be a singer in choir. Yeah. I used to be.
I'm just telling you that you're not in the bathroom.
I ain't
No, she just
singing.
said she's a singer. So I'm not wondering.
I give up on this.
Living in the darkest place. I'm sorry, fella. I know you feel left out. Don't listen.
I don't feel that bad at all.
But
Let you guys enjoy.
Whose song is it, please?
Westlife. Ooh yeah.
Westlife.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that they are back. Is this their single?
Then we'll move on. We're not talking about the song.
This guy, everybody's coming back. Shea Batu came back the other day.
It just feels really good. I like it. I actually do. It's amazing how they're still nostalgic and still good and still fresh. It's just,
And you are hating on P Square.
So
If Westlife can come back, please. P Square,
I'm
brothers,
not
why
saying
can't
that
they
they
come back?
cannot come back. I'm just saying that there's so much of a new style. Nigeria.
No,
is
I
sort of
totally agree. I
evolved
totally agree.
That I don't know if
I
they're.
totally
if, you
agree.
know,
But
if
even
they
Westlife, I don't
can
think
kill
they would. They can't.
Yeah.
No.
If their hero Usher is no longer,
Don't
is
say
no longer
that.
incredibly
Come back
relevant.
to the Usher days.
Going in, guys. Ready?
Yeah.
Remember, Afrif, not Arif, Afrif.
And you're listening to Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. If you see Oris lost like 10 pounds, just know it's me, okay? I'm literally going to give you a flat stomach with my fist. And you're welcome back. It's Grapevine 981 instead of Smooth Breakfast. My name is Judith TV. What you're listening to is Westlife with the song My Hero. It's amazing how this guy's still kind of old. Their comeback is still fresh, nostalgic, just the way we like comebacks to be. Reminds us of the good time, but still very artistic and very delicious. That's how I like to describe it. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Let's move on, shall we? And we get into the stories. But first, we need to take messages here. This is Cruz. And it goes, Judith, I don't think they can compete in the current industry, domestic and global. Even Baba has a specific product he's selling now. The twins better choose their specific market as them no go fee hold general market again. Baba James and Oris, hello.
Yes.
And this is Xavier from Bagada. It goes, Judith, I will fight you. Oh. Have you forgotten that they lost endorsements because of their separation? Everything is not about social media and clouds. They are brothers. They are twins. Family over everything. Besides, they are November burns. For the past years, they celebrated their birthdays apart. How do you think they felt all this while? Everything isn't about money. Judith, I will fight you. Xavier, I'm sorry. Forgive me. And lastly, Gary here comes in with to the statement and panel. I think this is still about. Okay, this is about Lagos talk, so we're gonna leave that there. Let's get into back to the stories now. We do have a special guest here joining us live inside the studio, and we're gonna be talking about AFRIF. All right, and we're gonna be talking about all the events that happened inside of that. And to do that, we have a very special guest joining us today in the studio. His name is Fela Oke. He is the project director of AFRIF. You're welcome to the show, Fela.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us live. We're going to be talking about pretty much just everything that concerns it today. Now, we understand that it's pretty much the 10th anniversary of the African International Film Festival that it came to a rousing close on Saturday, November 13, 2021, and its global awards ceremony that saw an impressive turnout of the industry's finest. So the winners from the big night include American filmmaker Elena Brown for her 2021 film on Rwandan genocide, Trees of Peace, which scooped 2 major awards, including the Best Feature Film, BC Adebayo, for acclaimed animation Lady Bhakti and the Motley Mobsters, as well as Surreal 16 Collective's Juju Stories, and so much more. The legendary film star Olu Jacobs also got honored with a much-deserved lifetime achievement award. Now, the full list of winners are here. It's pretty long, but before we get into it, I just want to say a big thank you again for coming to join us and just, walk us through the entire, just basically how the event, pretty much all that happened inside of the event this year, the festival this year.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate always coming on Smooth 98.1 when I'm in Lagos. AFRIF is probably Africa's, I'll say, most vibrant. We don't really try and say we're the biggest, but we're the most vibrant and innovative film festival on the continent. We've been around for 10 years. The founder, Chioma Ude, had a vision to kind of, put the African filmmaker on the map, and the Nigerian filmmaker especially, and create an ecosystem of exchange, and that's what we've tried to do. 2020 is actually our 10th year, but obviously
COVID. Now we can't. Everybody, the whole world, we can't do 2020.
We can't really say that that thing.
It didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But because of that, we kind of moved it to this year, and we had a hybrid festival, which is physical and virtual. And it's been our biggest one yet. And as you can see with the winners, the films, I mean, we had 4,000 submissions. That's what people don't really see, how big Africa is. And out of 4,000, we narrow it down to 133 film screenings at Film House Cinemas and Landmark. But AFRIF is bigger than that. All through the year, we run an AFRIF Academy for young filmmakers to learn cinematography, sound engineering, acting, etc., etc. During the week, we had industry sessions, which were all completely packed. We had CAA, we had Paramount, we had the Smithsonian Institute from the States down, and most importantly, our prime partners were Amazon Prime Video, which was a pretty big deal. And they came, they networked, they met the real filmmakers, people that you don't really get to see. So AFRIF is like this. I call it a paella. You know what paella is? Of film, conversation, networking, opportunities, and the team really worked hard, especially the programming team. I've got to give them a big shout out because, getting from 4,000 films to 133, that's a real big deal. And, the industry sessions, the master classes, the kids in class all week. So, it was great. It was for me, it was a very, very, very busy week, I think, for the whole team. And I think for Chioma, her vision kind of came to life, and we saw some new sponsors, new partners. It was just bigger and better. And it'll be bigger and better, even bigger and better next year.
It only gets better with time. Let's talk about the winners and also the films that we saw inside this festival. We're going to talk. I'm coming to our analysts here. That's Oris and James, and also the award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, went to Olu Jacobs, been in the industry for oins of years, pretty much longer than I've ever lived, and also as well as best actor went to a Nigerian as well, Kelechi Udegbe for Collision Course. But guys, the movies and the actors. Oris, what do you think
Yeah,
about the
I was
award?
at Afrif, so this is kind of like my area of expertise,
Carry on,
as a
carry
matter
on.
of fact.
Carry
Anyway,
on, sir.
so yeah, so I have more. I mean, I have a lot of things to say about Afrif actually, but let's start with the good. I think this year was fantastic. I like the idea that Amazon coming into Nollywood technically used Afrif as its gateway into the industry. I think that was like fantastic, because I think Amazon is the second major streamer to come here after Netflix, of course. And the wonderful thing or strange thing about it is Netflix, I think, has taken up a lot of the very famous filmmakers. You know, I mean, they've kind of tied up a bunch of them with deals. So this, I think, leaves very talented, but maybe not quite as popular filmmakers with the opportunity to work with somebody with a company as big as Amazon. So, and I feel like a festival is always the best place to find like fresh talent. Unfortunately, I don't think that the regular film industry really welcomes some of these guys. Very strange story, because I think the guys who won Best Director, the Sorry 16's collective, Abba Makama, Michael Monowa, and CJ Obasi, they've never really played in the cinemas, which is really, really sad, because those guys are super talented, you know. So I really like the fact that Afrif at least awarded them the Best Director. So that means, of course, there's somebody who recognizes their genius locally. Because, I mean, a few months ago, they won at Locarno, the Switzerland Festival. But yeah, what I didn't like about Afrif this year was some of the selections. I think that there are a bunch of films that had absolutely no business being in a film festival that showed up at Afrif, and I wondered why. I
For
think it might
example,
be. You said
for example.
that's always going to be a tricky one to say.
Yeah,
So
you
let's
can
just,
say the rare, but
no,
just
I can say that, but I'd rather talk about the ones that I felt like should be there. For instance, the film that won, of course, the Juju Stories, the Sorry 16 film as well. But even importantly, the films that I was expecting to see that I didn't see. A few weeks ago, I was in Burkina Faso, which is like the oldest film FESPACO, which is the oldest film festival in sub-Saharan Africa. It's my second actually, after the one in Tunisia, Carthage. Anyway, and there was a Nigerian film there, which is incredibly, incredibly good. A film called The Imofe by a bunch of Nigerians, twins, the Asiri brothers. And I figured that for a film that good, I mean, it even got into the Criterion Collection, which is like a big deal for like film lovers around the world. And somehow, Afif maybe would have shown them last year, but I felt like even a year after, they should still create something for people as super talented as that, who are practically getting accolades across the world.
Otherboard.
Exactly. And there's some other films I was like, okay, I really would like to see those films here. I've seen them, of course, elsewhere in other festivals, but I'm like, I think they deserve a place at Afrif. And Afrif actually has the chance to become the major English speaking, because FESPACO is French mostly, we have the chance to become the major English speaking festival in Africa.
So what do you think are the limitations? What do you think are the limitations?
Yeah,
for us not
mostly
getting
about
there?
the selection of the films, to be honest. And I think, yeah, sorry, I will, of course, fella, I'm sure you will say, but there was this thing with the Oscars a while ago. They used to have this thing where for the best picture, which is the biggest award of the night, only 5 awards, and then they increased it to 10. And then somebody realized that, wait, this isn't too smart, because it means if you have 10 especially, it would mean that if there are not 10 movies in Hollywood or wherever that deserve to be there, just because you needed to fill these things, you might just put them in. So I think that maybe if I don't know what Afrif's back end is like, but I think that some films don't deserve to be there. And so if you say, there must be at least 10 or 15 films, you are putting yourself under pressure to put certain films that probably wouldn't be in a film festival in competition. The way they do it in Berlin, which is another big festival in Europe, is to say, you know what, this film is a big film. However, it's not a festival film. So we'll show you, but we won't show you in competition. Now, Frif is putting certain films that shouldn't be there in competition, which is like the most valuable part of the catalog. And I'm like, this isn't quite right. So over to you, Mr. Fela.
Listen, man. Thank you. All very valid points. I think sometimes, it's a huge festival. First of all, it's not about having the chance to become. We're already, Africa's probably most innovative. Like I said, I don't think we're not aiming to be like Berlin or Sundance or Tribeca or ABFF or any other film festival. We're African. We're Nigerian first, African secondly, and that's our focus. But saying that, we receive films from over 100 countries. And the programming team has a really hard task. So when films, we can't have every film. So they do their best to have the best films in competition. I can't talk about AEMO Fest specifically, but I know that 2020, that was supposed to be one of the films.
I heard about that.
And unfortunately, COVID happened, and I think it's just a timing thing. I think the team were doing other festivals, and it just didn't happen for AFRIF. And I think conversations happened. But, I think, these kind of learnings are important for us, for me to hear and take it back to the team and definitely in our quest to become bigger, better, and to put the Nigerian and African filmmaker at the forefront. These kind of things will help us push forward. But I will say this year is the first year that the Nigerian film, we received the most Nigerian film in the festival. This was the first year. Usually, we get films from India, South Korea, Canada, Germany, US. But, your points are very valid. And I think, drop us a line. Tell us how we can make it better.
Give me position on the board.
That's what
I want a position out of FRIF. Let's talk about that, actually, because I've been attending it for years. And I know everything about the festival.
To get a job. Do not use this show to get a job.
Don't talk to my client like that. Judith, don't talk to my client like that.
I have representation already. You see that?
I'm just saying that you give us.
Don't speak to my client like that.
That's really not up to me.
No,
but think about it. I'm taking to the team. I know Chioma personally as well.
Exactly.
I will also send you an email to get me on as a host for one of your events tonight. Thank you very much. And we'll now bring this to the very end. As we round things up here, we have a message here. This is from a maker from Amal Duffy, and he goes, when the government sees the huge donation Nigerians gave to Davido, they will have this erroneous view that all is well. If they suddenly increase the cost of services, let's not complain. Besides, with someone that's worth millions of dollars like Davido, making a donation to him when I can use that money to make the needy smile should be the goal. And that's the goal here on the show. As I have to
I'm
say.
looking forward to Sunday service. I'll see how the pastors.
Oh, you can imagine. Actually, that's actually a point. Actually.
Yo, listen. As we round things up here, 20th anniversary for Harry Potter, and all I have to say is, Lord, make me a ticket to go and watch it. Thank you. You guys going to see it? 20th anniversary for reunion for the Harry Potter cast.
Are we going to see it?
We're going to see it.
I'll certainly see it.
What house
Online.
are you in? What house?
None of them. I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter.
I'm a
anyway.
Slytherin.
I will definitely not be going to see it.
I'm not a huge fan at all of. I don't really like fantasy, to be honest.
Are you joking?
Serious.
Yeah, it's
James.
not that serious.
Yeah, I'm not. A
I mean,
big fan.
I've been following, but
I'm a festival guy, so I'm not really a big fan of these films.
Yeah, snobs is what you guys
Exactly.
are.
Yes,
Snobs.
actually, a film
No,
snob.
no, I'm
A film
Lord
snob,
of the
actually.
Rings guy.
That's a good
Well.
one.
That is the one exception. That is the one exception.
All right, guys, analysts, I have to let you guys sign out. Please sign out. Oris, let's start with
All
you.
right, yeah, it's Catch Your Wrist on the platform formerly known as Twitter, and it's Catch Your Wristgram on Instagram, and
Formerly
also
known
Catch
as Twitter. What's it known now?
Is it not banned? I thought it was banned.
It's not formally known now. You're making it seem like it has another
I don't think
name.
it doesn't exist anymore in Nigeria.
don't-
It don't exist in Nigeria. Anyway, so yeah, and that's CATCHORIS, CATCHORIS, Facebook and Twitter, and Catch Your Wristgram on Instagram. And I'm not around next week. I'm going to the International Documentary Festival at Amsterdam, and I'll be back in 2
Why are
weeks.
you not telling us that you're going to be in it?
Don't speak to my client like that.
I'm sorry, James.
James Salas on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Yes, until they release, just look for James Salas. Clubhouse, everywhere. Holla at me. Let me know you're from the Grapevine. I'll holla back.
Oh,
Peace.
all right, fella, you also have to sign out as well.
Hey, thanks for having me on Smooth 98.1. Follow AFRIF, AFRIFF on Instagram, Twitter, all social media platforms. That's the hat I'm wearing today, so that's all I need to focus on.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful stuff. And Jennifer TV, stick around. More music on the other side. So Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, Correct David, Diana Ross, Faith Evans. I can't even say the names. Okay. Bye-bye, Joe.
No, please, please. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.